Hi everyone, I'm back with part 2, and so now your album should look something like this. You should have all your design paper pieces. The way I did it was I laid the 3 books on top of each other how I wanted them, opened them up, and I went ahead and put the paper. I didn't do the small ones yet. I'm going to do that last. And so I went ahead and put that. Now, these two, because they are going to back each other, you're not going to want to put anything there. So it's just the inside parts. So you should have paper here, and then paper here. And then no paper here because these 2 books are going to back each other. And then paper here, and then paper here. And the reason why I leave the little ones is because sometimes I change my mind and I might want to do them all like this, or I might want to do, you know, I'll put the paper in and then decide to do embellishments and whatever after. So do it however you feel most comfortable. Next step is going to be your red tape. I'm using the wider red tape. I believe this is the 1/2 inch. And so I use that, and the way I do it, and I've already done it here, is I go ahead and place it, leave a little bit of an edge. That gives for expansion because you're going to want this book to be able to hold a lot. And so you can use red tape on all the books if you wanted. It's just really sturdy. However, I did not on this book. So I went ahead and did the red tape there, and then the red tape on the back. And then, so now I'm going to show you how I put it together. Whoops. Okay, I think this is it. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my ATG gun, and I'm going to start with just getting all the pages assembled. And so you'll want to go ahead and use some other tape, or you can use all red tape. I found that the last album I did, I used an entire roll of red tape to put one album together, and I thought, wow, that's kind of costly because the wider tape, I believe, is like $4 something, and I wanted to try to cut costs so I can use it for embellishing and all the other fun stuff that there is to do for an album. And you don't want to, I mean, unless you're doing this for a family member or, you know, a wedding or something, I know I don't want to put a ton of money into tape when I can use it elsewhere. And so there's the 4 of these are put together. So now I just have the last one. These are super easy to make. If you get everything pre-cut and, you know, set out to do, it makes it just really nice. I mean, and it's an easy project. If you find that you're just doing the book and then you're trying to put it together, I think to me that just makes it harder. So I like to try to plan and get most of it set out to how I'm going to do it. Okay, so now all my book pages are put together, and I already have, as you know in the last video, I already have my covers done. Same thing with the covers. I'm using the red tape for this, and so I'm going to show you. Same thing, you're going to use ATG. You can use red tape if that's all you want to use. Now the covers, because they are a little bigger, and I'm going to show you that right now. I'll get the tape all pulled off. Okay. The cover is bigger than the book by, I think I did it 1/4 of an inch on, I just added 1/4 of an inch to the measurements of my book. And an easy way for me to do this, and hopefully you could see, is, whoops, let's make sure that's right. Okay, wait, this is the front, so you want to make sure the wording's right. Okay, so all I do is, I want it at the edge of the book. So, let's go. And it doesn't have to be right at the edge. Hopefully you could see that. And I'm just kind of eyeing to make sure the 2 sides are a little the same width apart. And I'm going to bring it up close so you can see now. Okay. So I've left the edge here and the edge here, and now there's a tad bit over the book, and then just go ahead and push down on that. Okay, let's go ahead and get the back cover on. Oops. Okay, and just use your red tape. Again, with the red tape, I like to run it across this edge. I don't put it all the way to the edge, and that's just so you have room to make this book super thick, and filling it with pictures and tags and whatever else. I think I just cut that. Okay. And same thing, get all your glue on here. Whoops. Oh, I hate when this tape gun does that. Ah! Okay, there we go. Oh. And then I'm just going to pull that tape off. Now, since this is the back of the book, I just need to make sure my writing's correct on that. And the same thing, the way I line it up is I'm just going by the paper bag album where my fingers are right here. So I'm going to look and see, okay, I think I want it right about there. So, now another thing you can do, so now that you have your book together, nice, and look at that, you could pull this apart, push it flat, and there's room for it to be filled. On my next video, I will be sharing how to add your little button holders to hold this closed, and your binding. You can use a lace, and I wish I would have brought one over here. Let me see if I can grab one really quick. I think I use, well, this isn't going to be wide enough, but at least it'll give you an idea of what you can use. I like to go with a wider lace. You can use a material underneath it. I think I doubled up on one of my albums. I went ahead and doubled up the lace just to make it sturdy, and I did sewing on it. For this album, I'm going to use some pink material and also some vintage lace. I have some wider lace, and I'm going to sew that on the material and make my binding. And so the way I do that is I just go, okay, here, you know, the book is, I believe, 5.5 high, so I'll cut my pieces a little bit wider than 5.5, and that way I could fold the ends, you know, under and sew, and that way they look nice. And then, of course, leave your lace however wide it's going to be. You want it to be big enough that when this book opens, there's going to be room to expand. And I'll show that on my next video as well. Right now, just getting everything put together and coming back and doing the buttonholes and the binding is what we'll be doing in the next step. And then you can go ahead and add your tags. I will have a 4th video just showing the final book done with everything. My 3rd video is going to be on the binding and doing the closures on this, and that's the way I do them. You can do them however you want. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you on video 3. Thanks for stopping by. Have a nice day.